Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha with Ice Cream Fitness here, and today I'm going to rant a little bit today, and I apologize for some of my older, more experienced subscribers, people who've been in this game for a while, because I am telling you guys stuff that you already know. But there are a lot of younger men and women, there are a lot of impressionable people out there who are not aware of this, and I'm just going to spit some real truth for you guys today. But hold on, let me give you guys a bicep shot first. This whole industry, this whole fitness industry is geared towards and constructed around the goal of having you spend your hard-earned money when some of you are on tight budgets, but spending your hard-earned money on shit that you do not need. I will repeat that. Having you spend your money on shit that you do not need to reach your goals. And this industry has been doing this for decades, and it has gotten worse and worse and worse. People are trying to sell you guys customized programs and special programs when there are probably 100 amazing programs out there already. And in fact, I'm going to say that for 99% of people out there, they don't need anything special in a program. They just need the basics. For 99% of people to reach their goals, their weight training needs to be based around doing a few basic heavy compound movements like squats, deadlifts, bench press. Hell, you could replace a bench press with dips, incline bench, decline bench. Doing some type of overhead pressing, weighted chin-ups, and throwing a few isolation movements in for your weak body parts and doing some core work. On any progressive overload system, any basic progressive overload system, for 99% of people, that's all the hell you need. If you're not going to step on a bodybuilding stage, or you're not stepping on a powerlifting platform, you're not going to be competitive, if you want to look better than 99.9% of people at the beach, that's all your program needs to be based around. Those things on a basic progressive overload system. That's it. You don't need a customized program. Anyone trying to sell you this stuff is a con artist. It's bullshit. It's the same with customized meal plans and nutrition. Nutrition is mind-bogglingly simple, and tons of us have put out for you guys the basic nutrition information. You don't need to buy a book. You just need to know how to count your macros, your basic micronutrients. It's a basic understanding of nutrition and how to calculate what your maintenance is, what your carb, fat, and protein needs are. That's it. You don't need special diets. You don't need to buy diet books. You don't need someone to write you a fucking meal plan. And this industry trying to sell that is a con job unless you're going to step on a stage or compete in some type of event. If you're a non-competitor, you do not need anything customized. And then the supplements. Oh my fucking God. All this bullshit of you need the newest creatine and the creatine delivery system, and you need this pre-workout, and you have to have a post-workout recovery shake, and you need this pre-workout supplement to hype you up. You need casein before bed. You need leucine and other branched chain amino acids between meals for anabolic drive. All of this bullshit has been propped up with piss poor done studies that are generally biased and cherry picking studies. There can be 15 studies done on a subject, and 12 of them will say that there is no use or benefit under normal real world conditions of this supplement, and they'll find 2 or 3 out of that 15 that show some benefit. They'll be highlighted and marketed. It's all done to promote bullshit. If your diet is right, you do not need any supplements. You do not need any of this shit to make gains, and even to make optimal gains. Supplements exist purely for convenience, and it's the same with them trying to pump you guys full of these pre-workout drugs. I'm sorry, but in my opinion, I think steroids are much safer than some of these pre-workout supplements. I think they're more dangerous for you than injecting testosterone, and they're clearly drugs, and this shit being marketed as natural bodybuilding, and to you as naturals are pumping you full of fucking drugs to amp up your adrenaline and amp up your nervous system before you train, and promoting this as healthy and fit. And you want to know the truth, you want a good pre-workout, drink some strong black coffee. There you go. You don't need any of this pre-workout shit. You don't need post-workout recovery stuff. Your meal timing is almost irrelevant. It is 99% irrelevant to your results. You don't need leucine between meals and branched chain amino acids if your diet is correct. You don't even need a multivitamin if your diet is correct. I would say the only vitamin you probably need for the majority of you is vitamin D3. That's it. All of this stuff is being marketed to you. It's bullshit. And speaking of this stuff with the natural thing, yeah, we watched for years the IFBB and all the supplement companies prop them up, and these guys talking about they're being natural. And when people finally realize that they're on shitloads of drugs, now they've propped up this whole natural bodybuilding thing, and I promise you half of those guys are on drugs. Half the guys sitting up there with pro cards, if not more, are on drugs, and the ones that aren't are fucking genetic freaks, and you will never look like them. And then they use that to market their supplements. Supplement companies use them to sell their bullshit and sell products that you don't need. And these same individuals then sell you their results when they've got their, either through genetics that you do not have, heavy drug use, just not as heavy as the IFBB guys, unless they have terrible genetics, in which case they are using just as many drugs as the IFBB guys, or they're just smaller because their genetics suck. But generally it's a combination of the two. And they're using that to sell you programs, to sell you their diets, to sell you guys all this bullshit, and have you waste your money on things that you do not need. And to me, that's all the fuck I see natural bodybuilding as. And I apologize to some of my personal friends who compete in natural bodybuilding, but you guys complain to me about this stuff just as much, about the number of guys that you're competing against who really are on gear when you are trying to do it natural. And some of you who are my friends, you know that you're not natural and you play the natural card, and that's fine. That's your business. And this whole industry is built upon all of this bullshit. And I would recommend to all of you guys out there, when you're looking at all this and you're looking at the images being put up before you and the advertising and everything else, remember, this industry is geared towards making money, not helping you get the best results you can for spending the least money possible. It is geared towards making you spend as much money as possible so that all of these people can make a living to get the same results you would have gotten without spending the money. So put that in perspective. And the irony is, even though I'm not making any money off of you directly, even I get paid for this. I'm getting paid for you watching this video right now. And every single person out there writing articles who's making YouTube videos talking about this and putting out all of this material that you think is free, I can promise you at the end of the day, that person is still making a profit off of it. This industry is no different than any other. It is dirty, it is corrupt, and it is built upon making money. And oftentimes making that money is at your expense, with no benefit to you other than a placebo or a perceived benefit in your mind. Alright, but my rant is over, and hopefully I won't receive too many lawyer letters over this particular video. So I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time.